Right, welcome everybody. It's dark outside. You've had a long day, but thankfully you've tuned into the Fireside Channel, a humble abode. But you know what? I'm your host Jay. I'll be taking you through this evening with yet another match covering for the RGL Season 9 main division. We were doing some amateur, we were doing some newcomer earlier in these last few 3 weeks, but we're gonna do main for the first time because we're working out some production kinks and we just want to make sure we got everything online for the next time we do the Trial by Fireside project. I'm your host, Jay. Like I said, joining me on the casting mic is Deltamarket with Antlers on production. I do want to give a special shout out, though, because prior to the cast, we had Micro Cheese working with Antlers and the rest of the crew, just fixing up the overlay, getting some design tweaks in. So, big shout out to Micro Cheese. But, Delta, how are we doing today?
We're doing great. These teams are both placed quite highly in Maine, so I think we're going to see a pretty good game.
Yeah, for those who didn't look at the TFT TV post and just saw us go live, we're currently going to cover this Metalworks match, which is surprisingly happening on Friday, but it's between Sekt Mafia and Obese Whales. Prior context for those who don't know, Obese Whales is a team coming from advanced, or well, they dropped down from advanced from a prior season. They're currently off class in a bit in Maine, but some of the players on that team you may be familiar with. I know for a fact I played against their demo man Fredo on LAN, I believe, at RGB 4. So that was 2020, 2019-ish, I think. And then for Sect Mafia on their side, you may know some players. One of the notorious players on the team is the notorious Danny, the player, Danny, the TF2 player, whatever the hell his name is. I'm pretty sure all of you know or have heard of the lore of him by now, but I do want to give some fun facts about the roster. Aside from Obese Whales having played together before in advance, I believe most of those players come from the Circle Jerk. That I guess in UGC they were called the Vanilla Dice team or something along those lines. But yeah, most of these players have played together for a long time. On the side of Sex Mafia, they had this is their first season playing together as a team, but I know that in season 8 they were grimming it with their core, which is Rex, I believe, King and Page Moth and Veen, who I don't know. He isn't in the server yet, but I believe he's going to be playing with these guys tonight, assuming there's no ringers. Delta, anything else to add to this?
Nothing else. It's just a lot of these players have been around a long time, so it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and before we get into this cast, I do want to give a quick shout out to our project, which is the whole purpose for this test run. We're currently doing newcomer and amateur coverage. We're doing the Trial by Fireside project, which basically covers those two divisions, and we're doing a mix of casting and demo reviewing at the same time. So it's generally geared towards newer players with not much knowledge on the Sixes game mode as itself, whether that be from an individual standpoint or just playing the game mode as a team as a whole. So you can find more information about that with the exclamation mark Trial by Fireside command. If you are a new player tuning into the stream and you want to get a taste of TF2 Sixes for the first time, you can type exclamation mark newbie. They currently host newbie mixes on Friday nights at 9 p.m. So sadly, that was 1 hour and 35 minutes ago. But maybe next week you can tune in on the Friday night where you can join 11 other players and 2 experienced players coaching each team, and you'll just basically go through a run through of the Sixes game mode as a whole. You'll be selected into a class. You can choose based on preference, but you may be slotted into a class that you're not familiar with. But either way, just have fun. It's a learning experience, and hopefully it'll incentivize you to continue wanting to play an RGL and create your own team or join one. So otherwise, let's get straight back to the match. It's Obese Whales versus Sex Mafia. Obese Whales is currently 3-1 in the regular season, while Sekt Mafia are 3-2, coming off the back of a win yesterday, winning 5-0 versus, I believe it was Hero's Journey. I'm going to double check really quickly just to make sure. But they did win. I do know they won their Metalworks match on Thursday pretty comfortably. Yep, it was a 5-0 versus Hero's Journey. And I'm going to quickly run down the rosters here. if you want to do Obese Whales for me, Delta, not sure if you have their roster on hand for yourself.
Uh, yeah. I'm not sure who's playing though. But their main roster is Antoni, Asterisk, Blizz, Jude, and I think Fredo. They do have more than 6 people, and I think Fredo's actually ringing for them. I don't think that's their main player.
No, Fredo is actually their main demo. So,
Oh, he is?
no.
Okay.
And I believe Sick Kid is Soul Rack. I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's Soul Rack. I'm just gonna, for those who don't know, you might not be. He's currently OW dot Sick Kid or Obese Whale Sick Kid. And on the side of Sex Mafia, they're for their team, it's Veen on Medic, King on Demo, Chow Roamer, Danny is on Pocket Soldier, Rex is your Combo Scout, and Page Mob is your Flank Scout. A lot of old faces, we're seeing here today on both teams, not just Obese Whales. I do remember playing against Page Mob in ESEA Open before, and I have played with Danny actually on the team before.
You played with Danny?
Yeah, I played
What season?
That was like season 29, 30 ESEA Open. We played on a team called NAF Esports. So shout out to Awesome, shout out to Shady, shout out to Malnourished. Played on that team with them. Pretty good guy, pretty good team. But other than that, I am gonna keep my eyes on an up and comer. For those who don't know, Chell. He's playing Roamer on the side of Sex Mafia. I've been keeping my tabs on him since last season because he had a bit of potential, I believe, in my own opinion. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on him. Prior to that, let's just quickly talk about Metalworks briefly. Like we said, for those who don't know, Metalworks pretty much a soldier centric map, very choke heavy map that leans in favor of projectile classes like the Demo Man and Soldier. Just be aware of high bombs and all that. So, Delta, do we have anything to add to that brief overview?
No, I think that's good overview. It's just even on soldier-centric maps, scouts are still quite important, to say the least.
Yeah, and I mean, haven't really paid attention too much into main this season. I do know that there's a few interesting teams. I think one of them is a 12 years team that has Miski Works and Tyson, both of which I've played with or are familiar because I've played against them. And I know Miski Works has been up and coming flank scout. Aside from that, though, I'm not too familiar with the rest of the teams. I know there's Chicken Heads Be Quiet, which is the Tojo team with a few players that I played with in the past, namely Willie and don't remember what the other guy's name is, but played with them in Highlander, like really way back in season 2, RGL. But other than that, Delta, we actually do have 11 players in the server, so with Danny currently in spectator, I guess they're just waiting for them before they can ready up. Waiting for him before they can ready up. Do we have any predictions before this match starts?
I think it's gonna be a Beast Whales 5-3.
Yeah, I may, am I misremembering? But wasn't Fredo a medic before? I believe he
No,
played medic.
no,
Or who am I thinking about? Bubsy.
Fredo
I'm thinking about Bubsy. Bubsy. So maybe I mix up those two, but
Fredo did play Highlander back in the day, so he might have had a multi-class experience, but I don't think I've ever seen him on Medic.
now I was probably mistaking him for Bubsy because Bubsy was with. I don't remember if Fredo was with the Yarn Legacy gang team, which was Bobby and Fredo and a bunch of other different players like Snarkin and all that stuff and Mac. I'm just trying to go off my memory here, so
There are 12 in the server, though.
yeah, and I did get word from both teams that they did ready up, so that they are readying up. So we should be going live within the next at least 2 minutes. Before that, any players that you want to keep your eyes on, at least for this match? Like I said, I already mentioned Chell as my go-to guy to watch, but
I,
do you have anybody in mind that other than Chell?
I'd say Fredo and Danny.
I think I can probably guess why you said Danny, but Fredo? Any
Fredo, I've seen him very strong demo. Played pugs with him years ago. I think he's a very good player.
Yeah, and on the side, I'm really interested to see how the Sekt Mafia team performs. Obviously, we can't know too much from them because this is their first season together as a core, but these guys have been pretty much going offhand since season 8. So I'm really curious to see if that time together has turned into better cohesion for them so the season. I mean, their 3-2 record kind of dictates that, but if they can pull out the win here, I believe, according to Brody's power rankings, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody from Maine who's in the chat, I believe Obese Whales is, per the power rankings update, R7, according to Brody, whereas Sekt Mafia is 9th. So they're coming in as the slight underdogs heading into this match. So I am interested to see how they'll do. And we actually are going live with the match. So it's going to be Sekt Mafia on red, Obese Whales on blue. And we're going live with the match on CP Metalworks F4. Delta, let's take it away for the first mid.
Sure. Looks like Fredo's going to be rolling out top left. Enemy demos going main. Good damage on the Fredo's doing a lot of damage to the other team right now. Looks like both teams are just taking the high ground, spamming. Still spamming, but yeah. Oh, Soldier bombing out of main, just killing a player. Great initiation from him. Obese Whales tried to go in as well, but it didn't work out for them. They're going to be going down 3. And
yeah, they chose to focus the red crate there in the high ground, and that just allowed them to get 2 picks on Anthony based off of that bomb from the top left side of red from Danny, I believe, and they just got 3 picks. That just allowed them to walk over high ground and just destroy both scouts from Obese Whales. And they're just gonna walk it in through alley right now, leading on King and Chell. They've taken all the space, and it looks like they'll have to give it up on the side of Obese Whales because they don't have a scout and Anthony to really fight second. It's just 3 players.
Yeah, it looked like both teams were doing the same thing on mid, but that Soldier bombing out of main really caught them out of surprise, even though that's a pretty standard spot to be. Obese Whales is going to be running a Beggar's Bazooka Soldier, actually. You don't usually see that. And an Engineer.
Yeah, Chell's getting ready in. He's going to bomb through main, but he sadly beats his jump. He'll get 1 clean rocket, and he's the air shot on the Jude! That's the drop from Chell. A beef jump somehow turns into an air shot, medic drop, and now Sekt Mafia can lead in through left. They're leading on their demo and their scout, and they're going to Uber through immediately. Sentry's going to go down here on the crate, and they're just taking it all the way in their spawn. Looks like there's no focus fire right now, but the scout's going to get the kill on the Fredo.
Yeah, Obese Mafia tried to block point, but there's nothing they could do with that Uber. I have no idea why their medic was so aggressive on bridge, especially when they were building a sentry gun. You know, you'd expect a main team to be a little more passive until the gun's up and able to deny things.
Yeah, I didn't think Chell was going to get anything with that because he actually beefed his first jump out of main, but somehow I guess he got bounced with the medic and he just hit a really lucky flick onto Jude. So that's a first time for Sekt Mafia off the play of Chell.
Yeah. Anthony doing a lot of damage in the top right. Both teams just taking the high ground, but Obese Whales is definitely being aggressive here, bombing into lobby, taking all the high ground, but you know, they did a lot of damage, but they were only able to find 1 kill, and they have some players who have to run away now, but looks like they are retaining control of the high ground despite Sekt Mafia's attempt to take it back.
Yeah, but Chell's behind on red crate. Chell's behind on red crate, and he's gonna bomb immediately on the Jude. He blindsides the medic, and Obese Whales are down a medic. So even though they backed up Sekt Mafia into Valley and they get the mid cap, they've lost their medic, so Sekt Mafia can slowly dribble their way into mid and just chip off damage from the non-healed Obese Whales players. But they're gonna go for a stack on with Asterisk and Anthony, but they sadly don't get Veen, who baits all the way in lobby.
Yeah, Darren is behind. I think they know. Yeah, looks like he's gonna get cleaned up. Obese Whales, somehow they just lost control, or they lost sight of the Soldier, who just bombed onto the red crate and then onto their team. Really unfortunate.
Yeah, so
maybe full ad. Yeah, full ad for the side of Sekt Mafia. It looks like they're going to be going in through Underpass or Valley. Obese Whales is down 1. They have a player rolling out, so they're going to have a hard time doing anything here. They don't really have a
Yeah.
soldier in position to high bomb. Sekt Mafia is just walking in through Valley, but there is a heavy in the forward spawn. I actually didn't notice that, but they're trapping it off, so that's probably not going to come to anything. They're
Yeah,
sending
they're
their
just gonna
soldier.
take the second point for free, but they need to go in. They have 50%
Heavy
ad, but
still!
they're
He's still
being
in forwards! He actually forced the medic! They knew he was there, and he just peeks out of forward spawn with his minigun, forces the med. I did not expect
no.
that. Yeah. Obese
That is no
Whales.
bueno.
Obese Whale now has a pick and full Uber ad, or nearly full ad. And they're going to be taking it in through the right side onto the second point. The demo
Yeah, Sekt Mafia are trying to book it out, but look, there's a backup on the bottom right with their flank right now. Rex and Danny are trying to go to last right now. Danny's all the way back on the last, and he's under the backup, but he's gonna get contested by Anthony. So that's a soldier v soldier fight that goes in the favor of Obese Whales, and they'll deny the backup attempt.
Yeah, really good. They're going to deny these two spawns, and they have slight ad, although they probably can't go off of it, but it looks like they're trying to pressure in through Valley, trying to stand the soldier off the high ground, which they managed to do. But even
Yeah,
Uber's
Buzz is gonna
trying
take this high ground.
Yeah, but somehow they've actually just gotten in without using. They force Sekt Mafia first. That's very surprising. Obese Whales is going to have a very good Uber. Unfortunately, they do drop their demo, but it looks like they might have an opportunity to collapse on Sekt Mafia's medic. But you have to wonder, who's going to win this post fight? It's just DM right now. Soldiers bombing for the Pizza Valley is Sekt Mafia. But Obese Whales aren't going for the med pick. They're just going.
It's currently turning into chaos as they try to fight in Valley with Chell going down. Thankfully, it's just 2 players up from Sekt Mafia. I mean, from Obese Whales as they have a respawner coming in. And Anthony goes in for a high bomb. He gets the kill on the King. So that's a good pick on the side of Obese Whales. And there's only 1 man left standing. It's just Blizz on 51 HP. But they do get the mid. But the heals are coming back into fight.
Yeah, Sekt Mafia has forward spawn, so Obese Whale really can't get in at the same speed. They're just going to have to back up. Ubers are nearly even, but Sekt Mafia is, I think they're a pretty aggressive team, so they might actually go off with a small ad. But actually, Obese Whale's taking lobby. Are they thinking of pushing?
Yeah, they're not in position. Danny's taunting for some reason. And they're just going to walk into top left because there's no positioning on the side of Sekt Mafia. So they're by the blue crate. Danny's high bombing it, but he'll get denied. And King will go down to spam from Fredo and Blizz. So it's just Chell up to really hold down mid as his team is going to try to fall back here. But he'll get caught out too.
I was saying Sekt Mafia is an aggressive team, but Obese Whale just proving me wrong. They just went straight in. Now they're 3 down, and they're going to deny all the forward spawns. This should be
look at this. Look at this. It's 30 ad. Danny wants to take this exchange, and Jude wasn't building at all. So he'll get bounced into the air by Danny, and Danny gets that easy med pick. And they'll have to fall back because there's no players aside from the respawning players from Sekt Mafia, but they do get the med pick.
Yeah, Jude not exactly surfing. It was a single soldier bomb. A little unfortunate there. Obese Whales is going to go down 3, it looks like. I think everyone else is going to make it out here. But putting up a defense on mid when you're 2 down and have 1 rolling out is not easy.
I think they misread the Ubers because coming into that mid fight, Obese Whales, it was only a 15% disad, but when Danny took that exchange, they somehow had 40% disad. But
yeah, and Tony sacking in with the Beggar's Bazooka, not able to find anything though. Good pressure.
That was close though.
Yeah, the Ubers though, really not in their favor, and being down 1, forcing on second when you only have 5 players is rather difficult, and it doesn't look like they have a soldier in position to high bomb.
Yeah, there's gonna be 50% ad, and they're already gearing out to go out through Shutter or Obese Whales, so the Jude is already getting ready to go out, but Sekt Mafia have taken control of Alley, and they're going in.
Yeah, they're having their scouts pressure, but might be vulnerable to a bomb. They're just gonna run away. It looks like they were just trying to stall for Uber. They have 85%.
King's aggressive like Mobby too, and this is gonna even out. So it's gonna be up to Chell to work yet another magical play. The first round was decided by Chell's air shot onto Jude. So let's see if Gel can work some magic again.
Jude's standing in the same spot. They dropped in. Now they're finally backing up.
But I don't like how passive the sentry is, and Chell's gonna high bomb through main. He'll get a clean shot on the Jude. That forces out the Uber.
Yeah, I really have to question the sentry gun spot. Just you know, on the blue crate, it can actually deny that jump very well. But instead, no one's even with the medic, and that soldier somehow lands on the medic alone at last.
Yeah, and that's gonna force it's gonna force the flank scout on the side of Obese Whales, so off class 2 heavy. So Darren is on heavy, and Sekt Mafia have full red coming into this. Looks to them to go through either main or left, far left for the Uber. Yeah, they're going through firehouse again. They're going to lead on King, and King's going to bomb through, but he might get bounced on this guy by the sentry. Thankfully, he doesn't, and they take down the sentry immediately. And King's aggressively taking spawn, but the revenge clips over from Anthony do get a pick on a page him off. Chel's going to go down to an Asterisk soldier fight, and they just have to back out immediately.
Yeah, 3 picks and good Uber ad, about 50 ad to the side of Obese Whales. They're going to have to push out, but they're going to have to make sure they don't run into any of the demo's traps. It looks like they did find them in lobby, and Sekt Mafia is just going to run away, not even spamming this point.
Yeah, with 50% Uber ad, but they could technically walk in through Valley and maybe catch out Sekt Mafia as if they are too aggressive with their hold. Thankfully, Veen is playing back by top left, ready to back out.
Yeah, Sekt Mafia's demo trapped backdoor, but looked like no one went there. Aggression from Sekt Mafia into house is going to result in a trade. Danny is really hurt, waiting for an arrow, but not able to get one in time. That's 2 down for the side of Sekt Mafia. And Obese Whale is just taking the high ground.
But it's given them time to even out the Uber, so now it's an even Uber situation, but with no soldiers up and Rex getting caught out through main, sadly they'll have to fall back to second.
Yeah, they just took the high ground, forced them out. Obese Whales has 2 picks, and so it looks like they're trying to pressure, but going through this small doorway here is not easy, especially with the demo holding it. So Obese
Yeah, and
Whales...
they're going to take an exchange on the Blizz. Blizz is going to take this exchange, and they get forced out the Uber, and they're going to force out some flashes on the side of Sekt Mafia. It's turning out to be an even Uber with all things considered after it ends. But Blizz is going to keep up the aggression here, and he's doing a 4v1 on bridge right now. Asterisk tries to back him up through house, and he'll sadly go down. Darren's going to come in from house 2, and they're getting the pick somehow. It's turning into chaos, because all the Sekt Mafia players are separated from one another, and all these fights are going in favor of Obese Whales.
Yeah, I'm very surprised Obese Whales sent like 5 people in through the main door, and it's usually really easy to stop, but I guess Sekt Mafia just did not expect that. Worked out for Obese Whales. Should be even Ubers here, even though Sekt Mafia is down 2. Both teams are probably going to end up holding.
They're going to pull out for the NG. Hopefully this time on Rex, they'll put the sentry a little more forward so that they don't make the same mistake that Obese Whales made with that very passive sentry positioning. Currently even, we do look to Anthony to make a set because he is the roamer on the side of Obese Whales. He's currently gearing up towards main with his Beggar's Bazooka. Not sure how successful this is going to be, but he's going in deep. But thankfully, due to the aggressive positioning of the sentry, it does deny him.
Yeah, that's perfect sentry positioning. Cal goes for the counter stack, not able to find anything. King is trapping the shutter, so there's going to be... Blizz did try to open it, but King definitely dealt that in time, killing him. That's 2 picks for the side of Sekt Mafia. They might try and take an exchange. Looks like they're pressuring in right lobby, sending their scout forward. Just having their demo spam. He's a bit alone though. Asterisk actually able
Danny though. Danny's in lower left right now, and he's gearing up, but he'll take a fight with Anthony, and he'll lose it. The Beggar's Bazooka once again reigns supreme.
Yeah, now Sekt Mafia is down 1, and so Obese Whales definitely can do very aggressive sacking. Looks like they're a little slow, but they're probably just deciding what they're gonna do. Scouts pressuring Shutter again. Fortunately, did not die to the traps the second time. Just spamming right now, trying to make some room. Darren spotting the gun on the right side.
Anthony's gearing up for round 2 on the sack. He's getting ready towards main, and he's going to do that same bounce jump. He'll get all the way into spawn, but look at Bean's positioning. It's really good, but wait, he gets 2 picks with the Beggar's Bazooka?
He gets 3. He got 3. 3. He got fucking 3. The med dropped everyone, unfortunately. It's just Chell. He's definitely an up-and-coming player, but I'm not sure if he's able to take on 4 of Obese Whales' team.
I had my cam on Anthony the whole time, and I was just paying attention to Bean's positioning, and meanwhile, I was looking at the kill feed, he somehow got 3?
Yeah, he got 2 on the initial bomb, and then I think the NG tried to DM him and just died.
Oh, no. Well, that's going to be a round towards Obese Whales, and that's going to tie it up with 13 minutes into the game, so it's currently 1-1. Yeah. I do want to see some more of this Beggar's Bazooka. This is exciting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Let's look at the demos. Both showing at the same time. Anthony stuffing the other demo out, though. Fredo was just able to put a lot of stickies on.
Yeah, look at this high ground. And he's going deep. Anthony's going really deep on a blue crate, and he'll do some massive damage, but this high bomb from both the soldiers doesn't work out because Sekt Mafia has gone for a really weird kind of strategy by backing up into Valley and waiting for the soldiers to progress. It's just on Obese Whales for not following up with their soldier bombs.
Well, Obese Whales, when the other team is all the way back in Valley, you just take the high ground. Bombing like that is not what you want to do, unfortunately. Sekt Mafia has both soldier picks, so they're just going to be walking in through Valley, sending their soldiers in aggressively, bombing the shutter. That soldier is going to live. And Danny getting on the demo, killing Fredo, makes this very difficult for Obese Wheels to hold. The medic is split from the combo scout, and they're just running away. Down 3, though, is not what
This could be a double sack with both scouts down. This could be a double sack right now. This is a good opportunity.
Yeah, get that force off immediately. You can send in your entire team right here. Looks like they're just exchanging. I guess they just want to get their entire team in the post Uber and trust that they win the DM. But
This is a really weird. I would have advised to go for a double sack with no scouts there, but
yeah, maybe Sekt Mafia just wants to take a dry fight or something. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Antony on the engineer class is going to be putting a gun, a bit of an unconventional spot for even Ubers. It's a little difficult for that gun to deny jumps, especially if they go right over that sheet metal.
right. I mean, it'll at least deny the far right bomb, but I don't know if what he's doing with this, but you know, he knows what he's doing, I guess.
They do have their demo hard watching main, so maybe that's the strategy. Stickies are getting knocked away. Rex getting in for free. No one sees him. He's just on the med, doing a little bit of damage, and the soldier's trying to follow it up.
They have 20% ad. Did they not know that?
Oh, no, it should have been even.
Exchange.
Yeah, it should have been even. I guess they just built a little better. Obese Whales is taking lobby. There are no traps for them to worry about, or there is one above the point. Looks like they're pressuring a bit with their scout, but Danny just...
Darren's behind. He gets up from lower onto bridge, and he kills King. So that gives an opening for them to maybe exchange on the second. They actually get force.
Danny taking a solo soldier Uber into a scout, and he just wasn't able to get the force because the scout's movement was too good. That's 2 down for Sekt Mafia, and they have no positioning. So Obese Wheels is going to try and stuff these doorways, but I don't know what Rex was going in. He went on his own. Somehow he's surviving, though.
Yeah, I didn't catch that the Ubers actually were exchanged. I was more focused on the fact that Darren was killing King from lower, but they'll have an advantage walking in mid. It looks like they want to press the issue here on the side of Obese Wheels. As they push in through Valley, there is space being made. And right now, King is his best to try to deny these choke points, but these fake high bombs from the side of Obese Whales are creating space. But thankfully, the focus fire on the side of Sekt Mafia is pretty good. But they'll get through the Valley door on the side of Obese Whales, and it looks like they might take this mid, because the HP isn't really good on Sekt Mafia, and they're getting locked out with the medic going down to it. Anthony's big, fat Beggar's Bazooka bomb.
He just bombed in main, killed 2, and then kills the demo with the quick reload speed. 2 up for Sekt Mafia, no one in a position to try and salvage. It looks like the cap is going to deny 3 forward spots, so Obese Whales should have a very good push attempt here into second. Danny is hiding in the corner on Brantford. That needs to be checked. No one is looking at him yet. He's bombing in. He's probably going to kill the demo here.
Really great bait from Jude, though. He baits the bomb and double stack out, and he'll have full Uber at coming into this last.
That's a really unfortunate death, because you'd want to see Obese Mafia or Obese Whales push, but not having a demo makes the full ad a lot more difficult to work off of. And
yeah, but there's no NG off class. They could probably go on it, I think.
When Fredo gets here, the Uber is going to be less ad than you would want, but it's definitely enough to try and push. They're sending their demo bombing through main, but there's a pyro that's going to delay this Uber. Fredo is not being flashed, so the demo for Obese Wheels is going to fall. And
these are on 9% Uber.
No, point time! They just stood on point! Sekt Mafia had no one in position to block point. I guess they just killed the demo and were so surprised they didn't think about the point.
Yeah, Fredo was bombing so deep. There were 3 players focused on him as they were trying to protect Bean with 91% Uber, but somehow I guess they just forgot about point. There were no soldiers to bomb on time to defend the point, and that's just another round for Obese Whales, leading 2-1 now against this next mid. For eyes on Anthony here, I feel like he's had too much leeway with these Beggar Bazooka bombs, and he's just going deep into main. He might catch out King, but sadly King doesn't. Rod is too slow for him to walk out on.
Yeah, good high ground control by Obese Whales. Look how passive.
Deep.
He's just standing in Valley and the Beggars kills the demo. Complete high ground control for Obese Whales. Soldier tries to bomb in his Chell, but no positioning. His team is so hurt that Sekt Mafia just has to run away. That was a perfect mid by Obese Whales. They had their soldier fade and then they just took the high ground.
Yeah, Blizz wants to keep the pressure up though. He's trying to tell his team, let's go into alley right now, and his demo and medic are going to follow him. But it looks like they're going to abort, because right now it's just going to be a Darren pressure, because the heals from Sekt Mafia are in-house, but it looks like they call to abort. Fredo defends himself from Chell, but Sekt Mafia want to go into house. They want to keep the pressure up with both
That's
their
both
scouts.
soldiers. Both soldiers for Sekt Mafia are down. So Obese Willis can just walk in, not have to worry about bombs. Sekt Mafia is trying to exchange. They drop Fredo though. Obese Willis having their demo die is really unfortunate. They are going to try and stay in with just a scout and their medic against everyone.
Yeah, Darren tried to walk in from lower right there to try to get the pick onto Veen, but he doesn't get the pick. And with the scout and demo down, they can try to pressure in again, and they're going to take their heals through Shutter on the side of Sekt Mafia. They're going to quickly take down Asterisk with both their scouts, and the heals from Obese Willis already backing up from Alley into Valley.
Yeah, Sekt Mafia, I'm surprised they weren't a little faster than that, but Obese Will being down 2 definitely gives them an opportunity.
Keep your eyes on Anthony. Keep your eyes on Anthony, though.
Yeah, King's just walking in through Valley, getting a kill. That's 2 down. Danny didn't see quite how he got that kill. I think it was just spam.
Nah, Anthony beef. Oh no.
Well, Sekt Mafia is in an opposite position we saw earlier. They have the 2-player ad and Uber ad. They're just going to be walking in through Valley. Sending their soldier is fading away.
Anthony's in force though. He's so heavy, but he might get the force. He does
again?
get the force.
Oh, that's the second time we've seen that. Uber forced out for Sekt Mafia. Obese Wheels has full ad. Looks like they're going to be rotating in the main door, blocking the point. Is the scout going in before they get Uber though? Gets flashed just in time. That's 2 down for Obese Wheels. 3 down now, despite having this Uber ad.
They're overextended. They're overextended. Darren's gonna go down. He tries to salvage the Uber a little bit. Fredo's gonna keep his medic alive because Jude's gonna get the pick onto Rex with his crossbow arrow, and he'll thankfully make it out. But that could have been way worse for them.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever you have Uber ad, if you drop your players like that, usually it lets you get collapsed on after the Uber. But they're just gonna be walking in, Astra bombing the point, killing Page Mob. Other soldier bombing into Valley with the market guard, kills the medic. It's Anthony. That's 2 down and big ad to the side of Obese Wales, but I don't think they're going to wait for Uber. They're just going to be going in through underpass. There are 2 hiding by this back door on the side of Sekt Mafia. It looks like they're going for a back.
He's deep with the nuke on the king.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they are behind. Sekt Mafia's players walk through house, almost able to get this point. It's player out on the side of Sekt Mafia, and they have good. They split the team up really well here.
Yeah, they brought the heals back in a second, and Rex is just Rex. He's on 2 HP. He gets the pick on the soldier. He could potentially get Jude. Rex has his pistol out, and he's just beeping the shots, but he'll finally finish off Jude. Rex going on a hero mission right now. He'll take it to last.
Sekt Mafia just 3v5'd Obese Whales, fortunately for them, and now they're just gonna stand on the point. Maybe have time to block, not quite.
Great. Well, Rex and Danny both were going for the back hat. Danny follows up on the players that are trying to deny Rex back hat in second. And they somehow won that.
I have to say, Obese Whales has sent a scout through house, and so he really had no chance to try and stuff that doorway.
That makes sense.
The back half. Yeah.
Keep your eyes on Anthony here for this mid. Sekt Mafia have been playing a really passive mid by giving up the entirety of the mid and just playing in Valley, waiting for these aggressive social bombs from Asterisk and Anthony. So let's see if they do it again, because Anthony's going deep. He's deep once again. Watch for the snoop. He's on the medic. The medic was grabbing the pack, but he hits a surf on his shack, so he'll live. And that puts them on the driving seat to win the mid for Sekt Mafia, but Bean's pretty low at 17 HP. They have to heal up before they can get back in. But because they're playing passive in Valley, they're getting backed up on using spam.
Yeah, Obese Whales had much better positioning, but player out on the side of Sekt Mafia allows them to walk in, take the high ground away, and get a pick on the way out. So Sekt Mafia might try and do something off of that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they had to give up the mid off of that. It seemed like they had the high ground on the side of Obese Whales and the entirety of the mid, but somehow Sekt Mafia is just going back into Valley and somehow just regressing and getting through these checkpoints.
They just expect the bomb, and bombing when they're that passive isn't great, but Shell just making space for his team. Looks like Sekt Mafia is trying to drive all the way in. They're getting all the way up onto the point, taking an Uber.
Here there's nobody to flash. Jude gets forced in lobby and he has nobody to flash. He'll finally reconnect with us on a bridge, and they'll clean up the soldier Shell in lower. But post Uber is looking actually pretty good for Obese Whales. They instantly just get a pick on the Rex, and they'll have to back it out to Valley.
They're trying to leave through Valley, and so they're kind of an opportunity to pressure them. Looks like they're a little slow for that, but they're going to be able to try and walk through Valley, sending their soldier in. Now they know where all the stickies are. Anthony definitely saw everything there.
Yeah, Blizz leading the way. They're trying to get into that mid right now, and it looks like they're pressuring King out well enough that they can finally get through the Valley choke point, and they have the high ground on mid. Sekt Mafia is backing up, and hopefully they can work a sack on the side of Obese Whales and take a recommanding lead of this half. It's 2-2 right now. Currently 20% ad for Sekt Mafia though, but it's not really pushable though because they're already back on their second. Jude's about to come up on Super.
Yeah, even Ubers, Obese Whale has their soldiers spamming in Valley. Looks like they're getting ready for some sort of sack. Yep, just high bombing with the Beggar's Bazooka, landing straight onto the demo, or looked like almost killing that guy. King on Sekt Mafia, survived with like 10 health. Astric almost falling as well. Obese Wolves might be overstaying their welcome a bit here. A lot of our players are hurt in
There's a
Valley.
huge fight going on in Valley.
Yeah, they're gonna have to back up to the high ground. There's a soldier behind, but everyone on the wheels is just running away. There's no one here to hold the point. Fredo falling, but looks like Sekt Mafia's team is really split up. Somehow Anthony killing the player behind. Now it's player out for Obese Wheels. They're taking an exchange into Valley, trying to force the Uber off with their scout.
I believe we're back though with this Uber exchange into Valley right now. Both teams are hesitant to pop this Uber, but finally Veen at 3 HP barely drops, but they do get out the Uber. They will kill Darren on the backline in underpass from Danny's rockets, but this Uber is way worse for them, and he'll just get caught out.
Yeah, Obese Whales though, there's a player behind it, and it looks like Sekt Mafia is going to try and collapse on them here. Not a whole lot of players are with the combo, it's just a soldier and scout right here. So they're going to be playing a
suicide mission.
Both soldiers on them. Somehow, Blizz finding both those soldier kills. Great job by him. Player out on the side of Obese Whales. There's still a fight going on mid between the soldiers. Scout coming in through Valley actually. He's on the medic right now, but they knew he was there, so he's going to get cleaned up.
I thought that was a suicide mission for Sekt Mafia. If they hadn't won that, they would have lost the half 3-2. But somehow, thankfully, they'll go back into last without entirely wiping. It'll be slight Uber ad for Jude. He does have about 25% ad.
Well,
I don't know if they know it, and they'll go on it.
I think Sekt Mafia had player ad there, and they were kind of distracting behind. So Obese Whales actually only had like 2 fragging classes.
Do they know they have ad? Do they? No, they don't know they have ad. They're kind of playing a bit passive, but
they killed the medic after the Uber. So it looks like they're going to be going into what? But the ad isn't very big anymore. Sekt Mafia is going to get Uber, so even though they took a lot of space, this Uber's going to come back in and chase out Obese Wheels players. The medic's caught out. Looks like Fredo might be in as well. That's 4 down on the side.
Oh, the Blizz comes in with a salvage pick on the med. He was alone. He somehow walks in from left and gets the pick on onto a Veen. So he'll salvage that, ending his 6K kill streak.
Yeah, Astric is surviving. Better spawns on the side of Obese Whales, of course. Everyone gets forward spawns, crucially. This means that, Blizz actually missed it. Obese Whales probably unable to fight because of that. I think they're on crits. Yeah,
they're really far back, though. Look at where the players from Sekt Mafia are. They're just now getting in a second, and Fredo's already locking out Shutter and Main. They could just retake second on the side of the Obese Whales.
Yeah, Sekt Mafia realizes they're not here, though, and they're putting up a fight. Obese Whales is going to be forced away. Soldier is
bomb from Valley.
Just going for a sack. But Jay, I don't know if you noticed, but Obese Whales medic Jude is on the crit screen. I don't think I've seen that this season.
I did not notice that at all. And they do have 20% crit stat. Well, actually, no, it's only just 15%. So they'll have to use it and someone get a pick on the Veem before he gets.
This might be disastrous. Sekt Mafia is actually in Valley, but they're just gonna go and back cap. Unfortunately for them, the crits has to be popped off immediately. They do kill the demo and the med, finding the drop. The med not getting the memo in time that Obese Wheels had crits, and that's
absolutely bad.
Yeah, that's incredible. I thought it was Jack's coming in, killing 2 people, 2-shotting them. The heck?
That gives enough time for his respawn to come in, and they can't push last off of that. They'll just have to go play for the Uber ad now. What looked like a wipe was salvaged from Rex, but Fredo, the catalyst for that push.
I am done.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how Fredo, why they were trying to go push into mid from Valley, but
I think they were just trying to pressure, and they didn't have anyone spotting house. But Obese Whales, remember, they're still in crits, so they have big ad here. But
look at Fredo. Keep your eyes on Fredo.
Taking crits to last is definitely not the easiest thing, so they have their work cut out for them. Looks like they are going to be going in through right, popping the crits in, and shooting at the medic. Fredo not finding anything yet. The gun does go down though, and the flank does manage to get him through the left side. That's
Danny and Chill are bombing fat into the Uber, and they do get Fredo and Jude, and that allows them to win this push because without the demo and the medic and that crits, the advantage of them having that crit side was nullified. Great bomb from Danny and Shell knowing that they had crits.
Yeah, Darren is going to be hiding under the ramp near the health pack. That is a pretty good spot to hide. Don't know if anyone's going to check it. No one has yet. He is going to be going for
There's
the
nobody
back
able to
cap.
contest second though. There's nobody
Yeah,
able to contest
yeah.
second. They have to fight this.
Yeah, but he might be able to kill the med or something just being back. Oh no, they are fighting it! He's getting on the point! Oh my god. Yeah, you doubted him, Jay. Never doubt Darren, okay?
I should have known because Sekt
Okay.
Mafia have just not been able to deny them walking in from the most tiniest of choke points. Like literally, if you just lock out main, you win that. You cap second. But I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, you might expect a soldier to be there, but, you know, Obese.
We don't have time for logs because according to Sekt Mafia and Obese Whales, it looks like they are going live immediately into the next half. So
Don't we have a delay, though? Oh, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that would just start anyways.
we are going to go live pretty soon. So just give it a bit. But it looks like both teams just want to keep this fast-paced action going. It feels like a Valorant shooter at this rate with how much action has been going on. I've seen a Beggar's Bazooka getting like multiple 3Ks. I've seen Rex go for heroic plays. I saw a Fredo 3K crits, chopping the medic and the combo. Like, oh my goodness.
Jay, don't compare this game to Valorant, please. But it's been a very good game. I'm really happy seeing the Beggar's Bazooka. That's not something I've seen in a while, but it's definitely viable, especially with how quickly it reloads. People forget about that. When you know shoot all your rockets, there's just immediately 3 more. And it really lets you do a lot of cool bombs because you can use 3 rockets on your jump and then land with 3 more. And if you just land in their face, you can blow people up, which he has been doing a great job of.
Never mind that though. It's been a weird. That was a weird decision on the last end from Sex Mafia because I believe there were about maybe 60, 90 seconds left in the round, and somehow they choose to push out of last.
Well, they wiped obese whales off the crits. Maybe they just forgot, got caught up in the moment. They saw their team wiping and wanted to push out.
Anyway, so looks like both teams are finally ready. We're gonna go into the second half with Obese Whales versus Sex Mafia on CP Metalworks with Obese Whales leading 3-2. Quick shout out on the logs though, by the way. Anthony currently is 23-19 in the Beggar's Bazooka. Crazy, right? I know.
Yeah. Jay, why don't you take it away on this bit? Who are you gonna watch?
Gladly will. I'm gonna keep it on Blizz, by the way. As a matter of fact, because if you guys look at the logs that Tony B graciously put in the chat, Blizz is on 26 frags. He's kind of been a sleeper guy to watch because we've been keeping our attention on the Beggar's Bazooka and Anthony. Both pockets were performing pretty well, actually, with Danny having 20 frags. Both roamers kind of doing though. Asterisk and Shell both have 6 and 7 frags alike. Could see a step up from the roamers in the next half. And with those kind of stat lines, it's kind of weird to see that, especially on Metalworks, where you generally tend to favor these high bombs, but it's okay. It's currently a close affair on both teams. And both teams actually had to re-exec, so we're not live just yet.
Yeah, we probably had time to talk about the logs. Janny actually has 8 air shots, so definitely showing his DM.
Yeah, I want to pay attention to Anthony. He currently has roamer level heals, but he's going fat on the. So actually, I thought it was Asterisk that was the roamer, but it's actually Anthony who's roaming. I've never seen the Beggar's Bazooka used that well up until today, so great to see Anthony innovating the game of TF2 with the Beggar's Bazooka. On the side of, I feel like it's been a close scout affair because if you see at the logs, Darren and Blizz, Paige, Mauve, and Rex, they pretty much have similar stat lines with Darren kind of like lagging behind a little bit. But that's to be expected when you're playing flank scout on Metalworks. This next half, I do want to see a step up from Sex Mafia though, because I feel like these passive mids, even though they're anticipating it, it feels like their passive plan mids is translated to their overall gameplay because it feels like they just aren't walking out choke points as you normally should at this level. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, maybe they're just not expecting that level of aggression. It seems like a couple of times after they cap a point, they have players who are just not really looking. Maybe they're talking amongst themselves, and then Obese Wills just runs through a doorway before they can do anything.
Should be going live pretty soon within the next minute. Based on our predictions, currently Delta may be on track for that 5-3 Obese Whales prediction. I predicted Sekt Mafia. I didn't say the scoreline at first, but I did predict them to win 5-3. So heading into this next half, I do want to keep our eyes here on Blizz. Blizz has kind of been doing the usual role of the pocket scout, but it's been a flashy highlight reel from Anthony. But let's keep our eyes on somebody near this mid, as both teams are going for their patented setup. But Fredo gets some hit, nice stickies. He will get the. I mean, King does get some nice stickies on the Fredo.
Fredo, killing him. Obese Whales is trying to play without their demo, just taking the high ground, sending their scout all the way in under point, is able to do a bunch of damage, and then Tony bombs, kills the enemy team's demo. Who needs the demo at the start? Obese Whales certainly doesn't. They're just finding all of these picks, but looks like Asterisk is falling, giving Sekt Mafia a player ad. Blizz
Yeah, they're just falling into this trap of walking into Valley. They just keep bombing into Valley and just going into the meat grinder that is the Sekt Mafia players. And that just allows Sekt Mafia to retake mid. Danny's going in, aggressive in the house. He looks like he wants to take this exchange, maybe? Nah, he's just going to spam, get some eyes in the combo, but...
Darren is actually in Valley while that was going on, maybe trying to run in through backdoor in case Sekt Mafia tried to pressure. Even Ubers, though, it'll be interesting to see how Sekt Mafia tries to sack. I think we've seen in the past they just do the high bomb through Valley.
Looks yeah, like Chell's gearing up right now. Chell's gearing up right now to go into Valley. He's got his 300 HP soldier buff, and looks like they're pressuring now, taking rotating the heals into Alley. Chell's getting ready. He's going to do the high bomb off the patented double soldier bomb from the wall, and he's going to target Fredo. And Rex is going to go in to help him too, but wait, they chose to send in a 3-man sack?
Yeah, they just... I guess their players were a bit too aggressive there, and now Sekt Mafia's medic getting forced? That's not what they wanted to see. Being down 3, there's very limited things they can do here against Full Lab. They're just going to be running away, and Obese Whales is going to get this point and have Uber for a second.
Yeah, and Obese Whales are turning up the gear right now. They're already in Valley, getting ready to go into Alley and take second here. Leading on Blizz and Fredo. They should be able to take this pretty cleanly, but expect a sack from Chell. There is a trap on the pallet crates that will be cleared by Blizz, and Obese Whales are going up right now. But somehow Danny pushes into house, and he gets the pick on Anthony and Darren. So Chell's going to try to counter-sack off of that. He won't get the force, but Danny has pushed the house and delayed the push entirely.
Yeah, but
he's overcommitting into the shotgun rocket combo pick onto Jude.
Played by Danny, killing Jude. Rex is taking a 1v1 and going to win it against Blizz. That is 3 players alive on the side of Obese Whales, but they have full disab. The situation's been completely reversed. But Anthony doing a high bomb with his beggars in the skybox is going to land on a scout, putting him down to 1 HP, almost taking out the caged mob. But Obese Whales continue their aggressive 3 down somehow. I don't know what's going on. They just got 4 kills walking into mid.
Yeah, Fredo's some roller pipes, and Darren pushes house at the same time. Darren gets 2 picks, Fredo gets 2 picks too. And that's just put Sekt Mafia on the back wheel, but Danny wants to take this exchange right now?
Yeah, solo soldier Uber. Uber gets forced off, and there is no one for Danny to shoot. He tries to chase the scout, actually managing to kill the scout. What is
he doing? They're overcommitted, and there's players from Obese Whales on second, but wait, they're fighting in lobby? Never mind that.
How did King just 2-pipe the scout, and this Danny's, or that's not Danny, is it? Bombing in.
No, it is Danny. It is Danny. Danny's in.
Yeah. He wanted more. He was feeling his DM. It's just even players. Slight Uber had for Obese Whales. Great exchange by Danny. Somehow catching Obese Whales off guard.
Yeah, didn't turn out to be a shotgun bright at that moment, so Danny doesn't sadly get the pick onto Jude. And Jude actually had a 20% ad, but Sekt Mafia is building pretty well, so I don't know if they're going to try to use it through main on a small ad. But instead, Sekt Mafia elected to give up a second. So it'll be them back on their last and Obese Whales at second. But not without a fight, though. There's spam going on the point. Fights are being exchanged in the lower ramp area. Anthony and Darren will push into the lower ramp and get the pick on the Rex.
Yeah, down 1 for Sekt Mafia. Obese Whales is going to be pressuring, doing a lot of damage to the demo, actually. Taking Uber is even. It's exchange. They're exchanging. But it looks like Jude is stuck in, getting skyboxed under the bridge. Everyone for Obese Whales is trying to salvage for Jude. Jude's gonna hit someone with the solemn bow, almost killing them. But somehow, Obese Whales almost coming out on top of this. They almost had an opportunity to win that, but last two players are just gonna have to run away.
It's Darren though. He's currently up on spy, but that'll just enable Sekt Mafia to take second without too much of an issue unless the spy gets here on time. But
yeah, the spy's probably to get the medic.
wait, the spy's in the dead ringer. Spy's in the dead ringer.
Oh, right. Fortunately, the forward spawn is open, so we can switch. Yeah, just switching back to scout. You hate to see the pub loadouts on. Sekt Mafia is just building Uber. Looks like they're going to be going through underpass. We're going to have to watch the
Anthony
bomb. Yeah.
Keep your eyes on Anthony as they go in through Valley on the side of Sekt Mafia. Anthony's going in deep, but he'll get spotted out. Shell will go down, trying to make space for his team, and Anthony goes down, taking a fight in through top left against Danny. So they should be able to try to get into mid 4 free off of this without the variable of a soldier trying to sack in. Danny does create space, shooting down Darren and forcing Darren to fall back. That'll enable Sekt Mafia to take mid.
Yeah. Even Ubers, the Ubers are probably going to equalize here. But Anthony is still rolling out though, so Sekt Mafia might have had an opportunity to pressure, but it looks like they're going to let that advantage even out. Looks like Sekt Mafia is rotating in-house. Or no, they're going backdoor to Valley. Probably going to do the same stack we've seen before with Shell high bombing.
Might be a double bomb though, because both soldiers are geared up towards Alley right now. They do get spotted by the scout on pipes, but we might see a double soldier commit or at least a fake bomb here. Yeah, Danny's gonna actually commit with his bomb. He does get a direct on the Jude, and that allows Chow to come in with that direct, and that will force out Jude. So great direct by Danny. And Nate does force out the Uber from Jude.
Yeah, that's 2 down. No soldiers does make the Uber force fairly easy. Antony just bombing in, getting that force.
Veen gets the force?
No, Antony got the force.
Or
But
Veen
I don't
got
know.
the force, I mean.
Somehow, a lot of players ran into house for Sekt Mafia and they died, and their Uber was not long enough for them to chase that far. Their next to be caught off Page Mob as well.
I'm at a loss for words.
No. The Uber got forced out, and the flank players tried to go behind in house, but Obese Whales already backed up, and so they weren't flanking. They were just running in front of them.
Thing is, I don't get how Veen gets forced there because they were already back on mid. But never mind that, because Obese was just gonna try to press the issue in a second. Sadly, Danny does walk in the house, just waddles in and gets the pick on the Jude, and Bliss will go down too. So the combo from Obese Wheels does go down somehow.
Yeah, Obese Whales not able to convert this point with their ad. Fredo is just going to be running away. Oh, he gets a pick though onto Rex. Good for him. That's still unfortunately 2 down for Obese Whales. Fredo is spamming, trying to play this as much as he can. His team might be able to get here in time because of the forward spawn advantage. Yeah, Sekt Mafia in Valley. It's going to be a fight here on mid.
Yeah, they get spotted in Valley, but they just elect to wait for this Uber right now because Rex is down and they don't really want to give it the push without, having the flank secured. So I guess it's a good idea to slow down the pace right now because they're down 3-2. And now they're going to re-push in from house into main. Looks like they're going to bomb King in. King's going in deep with a super. The medic's caught out on the stairwell, but Jude somehow kites his way into main. He'll get out. And what looked like to be a bad situation for them was salvaged.
Yeah, I think King got juggled a bit. I think he got body blocked, so his jump wasn't able to land directly on the medic, letting Jude just run away. And now we're going to see a leapfrog situation where Obese Whales has the ad pushing into the mid they were previously holding.
Yeah, they're going out towards Valley. They're waiting for Blizz, and their pockets out. He just gets in a second just now. And now they're going to press the issue into Valley right now. It's currently it's dwindled down to 30% ad, and Danny's going in deep. He goes behind, and Rex and Shell are fighting house, so they get 2 picks, and they have the back cap problem on second right now because there's 2 soldiers behind, and they just walk into the meat grinder on Asterisk in house.
Yeah, they went for the back cap, but took a lot of damage. But they bought a lot of time, so they have Uber now for mid. They might try and exchange here. Yeah, Blizz going down to the King's pipes. Good DM for him.
Veen gets forced though.
I think they were trying to exchange, but I think V missed the scout. He dropped Page Mob, so that exchange went bad. But Fredo dying somehow to the scout pressure. Sekt Mafia is just walking in through the doorways with 2 players. They're alone. They're not supported. One of them is going to fall. Obese Will is trying to pressure into Valley, doing a lot of damage, but Antoni's going to fall. But somehow, Sekt Mafia losing all of their health. Their players are going to be forced to run away.
Yeah, these have been some pretty chaotic minutes. Looks like both teams are just trying to press the issue by pushing the flanks, and it's been working out for the most part, but for Sekt Mafia, they weren't able to capitalize on that. I feel like Veen has been making a lot of mistakes on Medic right now, so he'll need to step it up if he wants his team to win this round.
You know, it's a match. Nerves can get to you. Obese Whale's pressuring the main door. Danny is doing a great job of shooting the main door. Blizz might be a little too aggressive. Soldier Rockets can juggle you if you're not careful, but Sekt coming in for Derek gets the drop. Python killed Page Mob 2. That's 2 down, and Astric is somehow still alive, trading with Danny. 2 in for Sekt Mafia, so these players need to be careful. Rex has won multiple 2v3s or 1v3s, so look out for that guy.
Fast reload of the Beggars Bazooka allows Anthony to get 3 rockets off. That gets the drop on a Veen. And that puts Obese Wells in the position to win their 4th round, honestly. King has a trap on far right, so if they do just go through far right, they might have to be aware to safe use on the side of Obese Whales. But it should be up to Blizz and Freddy to make yet another round happen in their favor. Anthony is currently fighting Danny, who's pushed behind on a second. I think Danny might be a bit tilted because he's choosing to flank, and that was not the ideal time to flank, especially when your team's at this sad.
Yeah, this sentry gun is in a good position to start denying the Uber, but Obese Will's just walking in without killing the gun. They're going to be able to kill this soldier, and that's both soldiers down. The heavy is up, but the Uber is focusing the heavy. Lots of damage, cleaning him up. It's only 2 up on the side of Sekt Mafia. Rex doing his best to win yet another disad situation, but it's not enough. It is 4-2 for Obese Wills.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised flank from Danny. I don't know if he's currently, getting tilted a little bit, but that was definitely not a play you usually make when you're at disad on last. So that'll be Sekt Mafia down 2-4.
Well, maybe he thought he would just get him for free, 2 rocket the med. I think he's managed to do that several times. Didn't work out this time.
Anthony's geared up in alley right now. He's doing that fast bomb into top right, and he's gonna surf the plank onto King. He gets some good damage, but no pick results from it. And right now, Sekt Mafia are trying to press the issue. Instead of playing passive in Valley, they're gonna try to get into mid, but they're just getting denied by this unrelenting demo and soldier aggression. And they just get the picks as Sekt Mafia gets singled out 1 by 1, but somehow Veen goes down in the middle of that.
Danny coming in though, and Page Mob trying to salvage it. Demo coming in late, killing the scout, might kill Darren, hit the pipe on him. That was, attempted 3-man. Their med was already dead. What did they have to lose? Now they're going to be stuck on last though with full disad.
There's gonna be some trash talk in the chat. They know that they're on Sekt Mafia's nerves, but it's gonna be right now full Uber ad for Jude and Co. as they try to secure the match and win 5-2. They're currently gearing up in lobby, getting ready to lead on Blizz and Freddo. The sentry is up from Rex, but it should easily go down based on its position here on Red Crate.
Yeah, Danny aggressive in the far right. Might be able to take out Astric if he doesn't check the corner. Oh, Astric actually going to be fighting Danny. Oh, Danny living though. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, look, this full ad has dwindled. Sekt Mafia has 85% Uber. They're going to be able to get it.
Yeah, they're just now getting in the shutter, and they finally pop the Uber, but right now, Veen's at 95%. He might get the super on time and with a 6 on point. Wait a second. There's really big point time right now, but somehow the Uber does finally go out. They will deny the point. Players trying to play the point, and it's a full wipe for Sekt Mafia.
Or for Obese Whales, it's a full wipe.
Sure. Yeah.
They're going to try and get on the point. I think they might actually be able to deny 3. No. Maybe? No, they won't be able to deny, unfortunately for them. So they're going to have to wait for Uber, most likely pushing into mid. Obese Whales is definitely setting up to defend.
I think they denied the people in forwards because they think they can just get into mid. And right now, they're met with the head of a Doman and Medic on high ground, so they will back out of it.
Yeah, Sekt Mafia just building Uber. I don't know where they're going to take it from. I think they've taken it through different doorways every time. Keep us guessing. Yeah, they're going through house this time. Might be just going for an aggressive demo bomb through main, it looks like. Sending their demo in. He's been able to do a bunch of damage to the top right. Unfortunately, 3 players for Obese Whales are just running into the...
Yeah, there's a backup going on with Anthony and Co. Darren and Anthony are back on second. Actually, it's Asterisk and Darren, and they're gonna get the back cap. And I don't think Tech Mafia can react to this on time. The Asterisk hit some nice directs on a Sekt directs, and that's just gonna allow them to get Darren all the way to last. There's nobody there to deny him. No spawns will come on time, and that's gonna be the match win for Obese Wheels. They will win 5-2 off the back of some very unconventional aggression and weapon choice.
Yeah, I'm a Beggars Bazooka.
I mean, I am a Beggars Bazooka fan too. I like the style that we had going on here.
Yeah, you can just land with 3 rockets. When you high bomb without that weapon, usually you only have 2 rockets. Maybe you'll only get 1 off after you land, but with that thing, you can just get them all off immediately.
It was a very unfortunate match. I don't know if nerfs got to Sex Mafia, but it looked like a match that could have been won to me. But hey, I do want to pull up the logs really quickly here. Fredo, 12-3, and
300 DPM. Remember, Jay, what did I say at the start of this game? 5-3, Obese Whales, and you're going to have to watch Frodo.
yeah, it did end 5-2, and yes, you were 1 round off. Fredo did go ham. I thought Chell was gonna be my boy. Chell did underperform a little bit, but he did give me a nice highlight to win the first round with that nice air shot. So, I stand by my player to watch. I was a full believer in the Sex Mafia, but I should have known about the Danny variable, honestly, at this rate. But that's okay. You know. That was a very fun match to watch. The scoreline doesn't say it seems like it was close, but overall it was just so fast paced you couldn't keep track of the rounds. And I think the viewers here that were watching this match could agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. They kept it really aggressive. We didn't really see a whole lot of stalemates. I'm not sure we actually saw a single sack that didn't turn into a push. Maybe there were a couple on last. Literally only like 1 or 2. Every other time there was a sack, there was some sort of push.
Yeah, there was a bunch of times where the flank was just overloaded. But regardless of that, I do want to start doing the shout outs because it's getting pretty late over here for both the viewers and us on production. Shout out to Newbie Mixes, shout out to Antlers and Micro Cheese, both of which helped in the production, and Antlers is currently casting with us. We were able to work out some of the audio issues that we had from our past streams, so hopefully we gave you guys a pleasurable experience. Delta, what about you?
Shout out to Don Dorito and shout out to Tazo.
Shout out to those boys indeed. And that will basically do it for the night. Once again, it was Obese Whales versus Sekt Mafia on Metalworks. Obese Whales did win 5-2. And that will put Obese Whales at a 4-1 record. Yes, a 4-1 record, and Sekt Mafia will drop down to a 3-3 record. That concludes it for the night. I'm Jay, Delta Market with me on the mic, and Lars on production, with Micro Cheese also helping set up. Thank you all, and have a good night. And shout out to Fredo, by the way.